All right, how's it going, everybody? So yesterday I did a live stream of the Pokemon Direct. You guys got to see my initial reaction to stuff, but I figured a video where I go over my opinions on everything, I guess more clearly, is a good idea. You know, rather than just the initial reaction. I've had 24 hours roughly to sleep on it, so here's my opinions on some of the new Pokemon stuff. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy these kinds of videos. What do I do now? Oh, let's play the video. All right, can I just be honest real quick? All right, so I'm gonna rewatch the Direct and I'm gonna kind of react to it and just chop this video up or whatever. But like, I love how as a community, most of us, the sensible ones, went into this expecting Pokemon Home and Pokemon Sleep news. There were a few people thinking, oh, side game gonna be announced, mystery dungeon maybe, but that was like wishful thinking. There were a few people that were like, Diamond Pro remix, no! It was like, the Sword and Shield's been out for 2 months, guys. We're chill. And then, yeah, 2006 pops up. Oh my god, as soon as that dialogue box popped up, my heart, bruh. Obviously, I've done a live stream of the Mystery Dungeon demo. Feel free to check that out if you haven't already. I just played like an hour of it. Good fun. I don't know. I never expected them to remake like a side game. Like, have they ever done that before? It caught me off guard, and honestly, I'm with it. I hope that they do Sky next. Obviously, we've got to see how this one does, but yeah, absolutely so happy that this is a thing. I don't want to cover this too much because I've done a whole live stream of it already. You know I love Mystery Dungeon. Me and Nexus, we the biggest fans of Mystery Dungeon. I love this series. So I can't wait to cover this when it finally comes out. That's my opinion on that. And can I just say, they put out a demo right after the presentation, and okay, so they've announced this on the 9th of January. The game comes out less than 2 months later. Like, they have kept this hush hush. I'm so proud of them. Good job, guys.
This is why we at Game Freak are now developing the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield expansion pass, a downloadable expansion for the Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield games that will be available for purchase from Nintendo eShop.
I just want to talk about how much I really like this. They themselves mention how previously we would do a third version that would have like the extra content, but because it's the year 2020 and we're Pokemon and we're always years behind everybody else, we figured we'd finally catch up and do what we should have been doing for years now and do DLC. I'm yanking their chain. I'm really grateful that they're doing this now. It may seem like, I don't know, Pokemon fans are always like, it's not so much Pokemon fans, Nintendo fans are always like, we're always the ones that are getting like things late. Like, Nintendo just started forcing us to pay for online, like, you know, more so recently, whereas other game companies have been doing it for years. So Nintendo and Pokemon are always late to things. So I don't know. I don't want to say I never ever expected them to do DLC, but I don't know. It's kind of like a dream come true, I guess, for lack of a better term, because they can add, like, this is what we've wanted. We've wanted them to introduce like legendary events and stuff like this with DLC for the longest time, but they've just never done it. They've always just given us mystery gifts Pokemon, but now we have DLC. And there's so much, they can do so much with this, and I know they will. Like, this is definitely the step in the right direction, because you have to think about it. Pokemon's like, what, like 23? Yeah, Pokemon is literally 1 year older than me. Pokemon is like 24 years old this year. I'm 23 years old this year. That's how I know they're 24. So yeah, Pokemon's 24 years old this year, and they have to make their franchise last as long as they can. So if they can get away with, like, you know, releasing a game and then the following year releasing DLC for that game, and then the following year they can release another game, instead of just having like a yearly, you know, release cycle, if they can expand, you know, I guess expand the lifespan of a game, or, you know, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. I hope they continue doing this. I think 2 expansions per game is actually probably more than enough, actually. Like, I don't expect a 3rd expansion for Sword and Shield, or you know, nor do I necessarily. I mean, these first 2 haven't even came out, but yeah, I'd be happy if it was just these 2 expansions to the game, and then, you know, Diamond Pro remakes next year maybe. I don't know. I don't think people realize, like, Pokemon release games so damn frequently. If this is a way that we can, you know, get them to stop releasing games so frequently, I'm here for it, man. There's a lot of people like annoyed that they're like locking Pokemon behind a paywall, but they're literally not. They're giving out free updates with your game. If you don't buy the expansion, you can still obtain the Pokemon that are in the expansion. Like, you can still get them from other means, like from Pokemon Bank or from somebody trading you. You can still get them, you just can't physically catch them. You just can't physically catch them in the game, which I think that's fine.
We're in the thick of development now, but already playing.
So there's this whole thing of you can dive in using the save data you're already playing with. I'm not entirely sure what that I imagine it just means like you if you've got level 100s, you can bring them along and use your level 100s, but then, you know, what's the fun in that? I'm hoping that they add like a level limit or a level cap or something where it's like you can't bring Pokemon that are higher level than this, or I don't know. I also feel like they won't do that because they're like, well, if people just want to blitz through it, then they can. You know, people that actually want to have fun with it will have fun with it. I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind if they added a level cap, but then the people that have, you know, played through the game with their team, you know, like for example, my original playthrough was like Toxtricity and all this stuff. I've got these like, you know, in-game boys that I'm really attached to, but they're all like level 80, 90 now. If I can't use those because I leveled them up a bit too much, then that would also suck. So I don't know. But then I guess in the expansion, they also give you a Pokemon, so I imagine that thing's going to be at a specific level. I don't know, man. Our adventure continues. The thing is, right, so they've done all this stuff, and like a lot of the things that they're actually adding to the expansion pass sounds like a lot of fan requests, but they said they've already been working on it. So I'm curious if they, because like there's Rotom bike customization, and I'm just like, okay, a big complaint was how ugly the Rotom bike uniform and the bike, you know, there's lack of customization sucked. Did they add that because of us complaining, or we'll never know? But I'm curious because there's a lot. I'll explain what I'm talking about. There's a lot of fan requested things in this expansion, and I'm hoping that they add a few more fan requested things, like a 30-minute battle timer. Please make the battle timer longer. It is too short. 20 minutes is not enough time. Anyways, yeah, this location looks dope. We got Galarian Slowpoke. He evolves. We actually can get him now. I'm actually going to be using some in free-for-all soon, so keep your eye peeled for that. I just want to say their production on editing has come so far. They used to have such bad editing. I love these outfits, by the way. These outfits are so sick, and their hair. Yeah, they've added a lot more hairstyles too, which I'm just like, were you holding back on us just to, like, I understand, like, okay. So a lot of people are like, oh, they're just giving us the other half of the game now, and they're charging more for it. And I totally get where you're coming from there. I didn't think Sword and Shield was unfinished. I was perfectly happy with what we got in Sword and Shield. Of course, they could have added this to Sword and Shield from the very start, but you have to, from their perspective, they need, I guess, extra content for the expansion. I don't know, man. I'm so conflicted. Well, I'm not conflicted. I know you guys will be conflicted. Like, I personally get it, because I get the whole, like, we have to drip feed. We have to drip feed them content because we're a company and we want to last as long as we can. We can't just give them everything. That's why Nintendo Switch probably still don't have themes on the console other than dark and light mode. They're probably just like, yeah, we got to drip feed everything. You know what I mean? They want stuff to last. It's like, I'm a YouTuber, right? So I understand this because I had a free-for-all that was meant to go up yesterday, but because I live streamed twice, I'm like, there's no sense in putting up a third bit of content for that day, so I'm just gonna save it for the next day, because you gotta space it out, you know what I mean? And honestly, $30 for two, by the way, yeah, the expansion pass, there's 2 expansions, and it's $30 for both of them combined. You pay for one and you get the other one as well. I don't think there's an option to just pay for one, you get them both. It's $30 each, as in for Sword and Shield version. So if you want an expansion for Sword, you have to, if you want an expansion for both Sword and Shield, you have to buy them both. But most people only really play one. I bought them for both games because I just want to support Game Freak in this new thing, and I probably will eventually play it on Sword also. But yeah, if I wanted to save money, I would have only bought it on Shield because that's the game I play. But yeah, you $30 for both expansion. I think that's pretty good. I think for a lot of extra content, I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, they're adding a lot of new hairstyles, more character customization. I love the yellow and black. The yellow and black clothes makes me so happy. Wait, they added Leon's hat. You can wear Leon's hat now, which is awesome. They've added like Marnie and Rose's hair. That hat looks really funny. Why do they look like bananas? They look really weird. Okay, that hat is sick. I would love to own that hat in real life. And then yeah, you can get Leon's hat by the looks of it. I'm like trying to analyze this a bit more because obviously I've not actually properly analyzed this. Yeah, Rotom customization. Finally the outfit isn't gonna look like garbage. Thank you, the best part of the update. Then of course we got her. I picked the wrong version. She's in Sword version. I don't know. I'm not like one of those I'm not one of those people that like tend to thirst after 2D women. I hate that sentence. But she is the better designed character. Well, maybe not better. She looks cool. I don't know. I don't mind the guy that we get in Shield version. This is the guy that we get in Shield version. He's super cool. He's got like floating Pokeballs. He's all right also. It's just their outfits are a mess. I love it. Kingdra's coming back. Dedenni's coming back. Lycanroc's coming back. Blastoise and Venusaur have Gmax forms. I will say I actually really like Gmax Venusaur. I'm not typically a big fan of Venusaur in general. I don't actually like Venusaur that much, but Gmax Venusaur is clean. He's got a hat on. He's got a bowl cut. Gmax Blastoise, it's just Mango Blastoise is better. He's got hella cannons though. Oh my god. He's got triangles on his legs for some reason. Togekiss rip-off much. He's alright. What else we got here? Oh yeah, as soon as I saw this, I knew these guys were going to get G-Maxes. I did feel really weird. I was like, why did the Stars not get G-Maxes? And now it's explained. They were holding back so they could give us content later. So yeah, G-Max Rillaboom, I actually really like that. I actually really like G-Max Rillaboom. Pretty sick. G-Max Cinderace is my favorite. I love the big floppy rabbit ears so much. They're so goofy. And G-Max Inteleon. He's a Pokemon also, I suppose. But yeah, look at this Rotom customization, man. It looks sick. This reminds me of when like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon came out and it was like, whoa, everything looks so different. Apparently the entire expansions are going to be like wild areas, which is pretty cool actually. So yeah, that's the Isle of Armor. Like I was like, bruh, that is sick. And then they gave us another one. So I think people are saying the Isle of Armor is basically Ireland. I'm not entirely sure what this would be. But I really like the name of it. I forgot what the name is. I just know it has the word Tundra in it. I love snowy regions, so I'm so happy that this is a thing. I don't know who this guy is, but he got drip. He looks cool. I love their outfits. They look so serious. Dude, look at these guys. They're here for it, man. And then of course the Reggies, and then they introduced 2 new Reggies actually, by the looks of it. Yeah, there's 2 new Reggies, which is holy crap. Diamond and Pearl remix confirmed. Reggie kick it. For real though, these new Reggies look sick. Apparently they're like electric and dragon maybe? Like this is an electric one and this is a dragon one? It looks to be dragon. Like he's got like a... Yeah, they look dope. I'm for it. Me and Ray actually were talking about their stat distributions earlier and we were saying how they'll probably keep them quite slow, but make them more hyper, maybe not hyper offensive. They'll make them more offensive, like less bulk, more damage, because Pokemon seem to have a hate boner against Bulkymons this generation. Galarian Slowpoke, we got a Slowking right here. He's got like a weird eye going on. I'm actually I'm not sure why they removed the did they remove the Shelder from Slowpoke? Oh no, that's Slowking. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I wonder what the Shelder's gonna look like now actually. That's gonna be really interesting. Yeah, I love this outfit so much. I know it's just like a snow exploration outfit, but I love it so much. Aurorus is gonna be in the game. Aurorus is gonna be in the game. Garchomp's gonna be in the game. Garchomp with Dragon Dance. Bruh. And then, oh yeah, the legendary birds, the original trio. They went goth. They went to Damage Society. They are now goth. I will say, Moltres, they fixed his design. He doesn't look shit anymore. Just make him black and he's cool. Yeah, Moltres is looking dope. I think Moltres is definitely one of the coolest ones. Articuno, not really a huge fan of, to be honest. I think most people are assuming, I don't know if they mentioned it, I think most people are assuming that these are Galarian legendary birds, and I'm really curious as to how they're going to explain that, Why do they have Galar forms? It's really interesting. I guess only time will tell. I love how he's running. Look at he doesn't even need to fly anymore. He runs. I love this guy. Zapdos is the coolest one. I love Thunderbird. Can't wait for this. Something to do with that tree, actually. They mention a tree later on in the trailer or whatever. And yo, let me go back. Back it up real quick. Game Freak, you should know not to talk about trees. The fans don't like your trees. Yeah, they must be related to that tree because they're all like interesting for sure. Yeah, at least these trees don't look so bad, right, guys? And then that's the Reggie ruins, which is quite weird. Nice. I'm so looking forward to this. Like, looking at the trailer again, the Crown Tundra. What a sick name! What a sick name. The Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. I love that name so much. And of course, they actually added 4 new Pokemon. You got these Kung Fu bears. Just reminds me a bit too much of Pangoro. We've already established a fighting bear type thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not mad about their designs. Like, one of them's a water fighting type and one of them's a dark fighting type. So we've got a legendary dark fighting type now. We already had one in Scrafty, but now we have another one. I don't know. I think they look too similar. It's just, maybe the thing is, last time I watched the Sword and Shield, like when we were first watching the Sword and Shield trailers when they were first dropping, I thought Zacian and Zamazenta looked too similar, but seeing their in-game model, they're quite different. So hopefully their in-game model makes them look different enough, because right now they look a bit too similar. And then we've got this monstrosity. Yeah, this thing is terrifying. I don't like this Pokemon at all. Yeah, it makes me incredibly uncomfortable. I wanted to like it. Oh my god, it is terrifying. It's called I don't know. So the Isle of Armor is going to be focusing on the theme of growth, which is cute. So we got a new mentor called Mustard. I mean, I'm literally the champion of Galar region. Why do I need a mentor?
Who will become your mentor. He's also the mentor of Champion Leon.
Apparently he's the mentor of Leon, which is kind of weird that they never mentioned this sooner, but hey ho. Wait, did they mention it in the game? Maybe they did. Wait, I just realized his eyebrows are really long. Why does he have long eyebrows? Okay, so if you play with Sword, you play with Clara. Yeah, I've got to play the Sword version. She uses poison types.
When playing with the Pokemon Shield expansion pass, you will be training with Avery.
Clara and Avery. Interesting names. I feel like they don't fit them at all.
Next, we'd like to introduce the legendary Pokemon that will be central to the story.
Alright, the legendary Pokemon that will be key to the story. Kubfu. It's a fighting type.
Fighting type Pokemon that strives to become stronger with single-minded dedication.
Mustard gives us a legendary Pokemon casually. Interesting. Okay, so when you complete your training, they just look too similar to me. I'm trying to find a difference. The difference, I guess. I just wish they had different colors or something, man. Like, what's... I don't... Of course, I'm going to try and get the dark fighting type one. Of course I am. So Urshifu has a Gigantamax form, right? So it's just going to be one singular form, I suppose.
Each style will have a different appearance.
All right, each style has a different appearance. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so once they G-Max, they actually change their color by the looks of it. I just wish they looked like this without the G-Max. You know what I mean?
You can look forward to seeing their new forms and new...
Cinderace is so cool, man. Cinderace is so cool. I love Cinderace. Yeah, okay, so these are some of the fan things. Tutor moves that will include completely new moves. So that's exciting. Apricorns. I feel like everybody wanted that to come back, because of course they gave us apricot balls, but they only we only got to use like 1 or 2 from Ball Guy. You know, you can get more from doing the league over and over again, but it's just not really a feasible way to collect them, I think. So yeah, the fact that we can just make apricot balls is hype. And then EXP charm that gets your team more EXP. Is that like an EXP share or what's that? I thought when I first read that, I thought that was an turning the EXP share into a key item. Maybe not. That doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, there's new fashion items where you can make yourself literally look like Marnie, which is kind of creepy. But hey, if you want to dress up as Marnie, then go for it. And it comes out so soon. It comes out in June, man. That's not far away. The Crown Tundra has a theme of exploration, which I'm hoping is the case. Please let us just explore. I love icy areas.
Giant tree growing in a place it doesn't.
So the Crown Tundra is looking to be the one that adds all the legendaries, right?
Person will appoint you as
a certain person,
the leader of their exploration team.
Will appoint you as the leader of their exploration team. That's interesting.
You can gear up for adventure, and then head out to explore blizzard-swept fields.
Okay.
and even deep inside Pokemon dens.
So apparently we can explore Pokemon dens, which is... I never thought we'd actually be able to do that, but that's interesting. I'm really curious as to how
Which
that's
you
going
could
to go.
only previously get a glimpse of during Max Raid battles. Next, we'd like to introduce Calyrex,
Oh,
the legendary
don't.
Pokemon you'll discover
Calyrex.
during your
My
adventure.
name's in it. Why? I really don't
Get ready
like this
to experience
Pokemon.
it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody... I don't
Crown
know a
Tundra.
single person that likes that Pokemon.
will
A new
play as
co-op
well.
mode?
This will allow you and friends to enter and explore Pokemon dens that exist underground in the Crown Tundra.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Deep inside the dens,
Yeah.
you may see legendary Pokemon from past games Dynamaxing before your eyes. You'll be able to
That's
meet
sick.
and make allies of all kinds of legendary Pokemon during
I
your
hate that they're
adventures
adding all
in
the
Crown
legendaries
Tundra,
back, kind of, because I feel like it doesn't make
including
sense,
ones
but
you'll be able to catch through this co-op play.
I don't think they're
It
adding
also
all the
appears that
legendaries back, just some of
brand
them,
new
right?
Legendary Pokemon are also waiting to be found somewhere in this land. Yeah.
So many new clothing items, bro.
Plus, there will be new battles waiting for you to...
Wait, was that the X and Y? Was that Team Flair's outfit? That looked like Team Flare. That looks like... Is that Team Flare? That's Team Flare, right? I think.
where players are able to move around freely and control the camera.
Yeah, it looks like the
Of course,
entire
you'll be able to
DLC
connect with
is
other
just going to
trainers and
be
play with them,
free
too.
roaming camera
There
stuff,
will
which
be
is really
Pokemon
hype.
dens as well, and you'll be able to engage in max raid battles against Pokemon that haven't previously appeared in the Galar region. There's more to see and do on the Isle of Armor and in the Crown Tundra than there was even in the wild area.
So they said there's more to do in the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra than there is in the wild area, but it's like, is that those combined, or is that, you know, the Isle of Armor's area is going to be more than the wild area we have now, and then also the Crown Tundra's wild area? I feel like they're talking about them combined, because they say there's more to do in both of these, more than the wild area. It's like, I would hope so. But imagine if the Isle of Armor's wild area is bigger than the wild area we have now. That would be sick. Yeah, I think one thing that people were disappointed about with Sword and Shield a bit is that we only had one wild area. So the fact that they're making 2 new wild areas essentially is pretty hype. And they're like adding story to... They've smashed this. I'm really happy with this. Honestly, they say that they're going to bring us more in future news reports. You could just not say anything until they come out, and I would be happy. I think they've given us enough information on these, but I also understand from their perspective, this is their first time doing DLC, so they want to make sure we know what's going on before they release it, because they're probably really nervous about doing this. So they say that Pokemon Home's coming out in February 2020, and there's no cost to download it. Some features required paid subscription. Right, some features required paid subscription. So this is something that I wanted to talk about. I've always been saying that if Pokemon Home is a paid subscription, I will be pretty disappointed. But it does just say some features, so I don't know what those features are. We have to just wait and see till it comes out before I start being outraged. I am a little disappointed. I mean, I guess I'm not surprised that they added some way to make money from it, because it just makes sense from a business perspective. But I really hope that transferring Pokemon is free. Maybe more storage will require money. Maybe there'll be, I don't know. I hope that transferring Pokemon is free. That's the least they could do, in my opinion. I will totally understand everybody's outrage if that is not the case. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. That's all I can say. Some features required paid subscription. Some features. But yeah, February 2020, 27th of February release, maybe? My birthday. And of course, you can get your Slowpoke now. I already have mine. I'm going to be breeding some competitive sets tonight, baby.
Pokemon will continue to try new things in 2020.
Pokemon will continue to try new things in 2020. Thank you. That's all I want to hear, man. I care about you guys. I wish the best for you. Sword and Shield is some of the most fun I've had with a Pokemon game before, so it makes me really happy that they're expanding it. And I think that's pretty much everything covered in that direct. If I missed anything, then let me know in the comments. I can maybe give you my thoughts in a reply. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. Bottom line. I totally understand some people's concerns, but I think some other people are just complaining just to complain. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching my thoughts and opinions and stuff. I hope you had yourself a great day. And remember, go ahead and drop a like if you liked it. And subscribe for more Pokemon videos. I'm not good at my job.